We're going to have the Community Shield on the 6th of August. Welcome to this special episode on Noble TV. This is Sports with Noble session. Today we'll be looking at some of the sporting activities that just happened within the past 1 week and the Female World Cup that we are expecting. We're talking about New Zealand and Australia 2023. We're going to start with that because the Nigerian Super Falcons yesterday were hosted to a high-powered is it get together now by the First Lady? We don't know what it is, but it's just to prep them up as they leave for Australia, as they leave for the Fiesta in Australia. We're made to understand that get together was held in Transcorp Heating with though the First Lady was not there. She organized it, she was represented, and there and then the various Falconers, the players, they expressed their desire that they're going to better their best performance in previous World Cup. You know, the best performance Nigerians have ever gone as in the Super Falcons is just the second round. The second round. So we expect they're going to pass that second round and go into maybe the quarterfinal and the semi-final. So we expect the best from them as they leave for Australia. Then we're just going to go to the Saudi Pro League. Remember, we talked about Ronaldo moving to Saudi Arabia. Question we asked: is this the best that Ronaldo could do? Is it the best move or is it a good move? But remember, in one of our programs, we said Ronaldo is considering his clout, the influence he has in the football industry that is going to open a lot of opportunities for people out there to join the Saudi League. And that is what he's doing because he's an ambassador of the Saudi League. We're made to understand that some transfers were completed to Saudi Arabia. One of them is Karim Benzema joined Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. We have N'Golo Kante also in Al Ittihad, and we have Kalidou Koulibaly also from Chelsea. He has gone to Saudi Arabia. We also have Edouard Mendy, the former Chelsea goalkeeper. Is still one of the high-profile players that have moved to Saudi League. Also, we have Ruben Neves, that is from Wolves. The midfielder has also joined the train going to Saudi Arabia. So we can see that Saudi Arabia is not just like we thought it's just going to be a fluke. No. Ronaldo's been able to set the pace and other people are going to Saudi Arabia. Though we expect other high-profile players to join them because we are aware that they are in talk with Bernardo Silva, Neymar, and Hakim Ziyech. So we see the possibility of this player joining Saudi Arabia or joining the team that are in Saudi Arabia. So while we talk about players that have moved to Saudi Arabia, we should look at other players that refuse to go to Saudi Arabia, even despite the huge incentive that they were given by the Saudi oil clubs, oil money. I call them oil money. Top on the list is Lionel Messi. We know that Lionel Messi left PSG. He was offered to come to Al Ittihad and Al Ahly or Al Nassr. He refused, and rather he had gone to Inter Miami in the US to play under David Beckham. But it's ironical to state that for the last 8 matches, they've lost virtually the last 8 matches they've played. Inter Miami, they've lost. They are not bottom of the league in America, in the MLS. Another player that refused to go to the Saudi Arabian League is Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku was given a lot of offers, but preferred to stay where he is. Remember, he's still tied down to Chelsea and Inter Milan. He refused to leave for the Saudi League. Also, we have a player like Song. Song refused to Heung-min Son that plays with Tottenham Hotspur. He refused to go to Saudi League. He preferred to stay in the Premier League where he thinks he has a better opportunity. And also we talked about Sergio Busquets. He's also one of the players that refused to go to Saudi League. But we're going to keep watching the Saudi League and see what happens. But congratulations, like I said, to Ronaldo for setting the pace. If a player like Karim Benzema, the last year winner of the Ballon d'Or, the best football player in the world, could go to Saudi Arabia just after winning the Ballon d'Or, it tells us that the league is not like we thought it is again. So congratulations to them, and those that refuse to go is also congratulations to all of them. Then we're going to go to the last time we talked about the Premier League is going to start on the 11th of August. The match is the first match between Man City and Burnley. Remember, I said there's a history in that match because Burnley is being coached by Vincent Kompany, who is a protege of Pep Guardiola of Man City. So basically, it's like Arteta, is like Xavi, and also it's like Alonso. These are players that played under Pep Guardiola. So the first match is going to be between Man City and Burnley. So you're going to see Vincent Kompany line up against Pep Guardiola. But before that first match, we're going to have the Community Shield on the 6th of August. Now, the Community Shield is supposed to be between the winners of the Premier League and the winners of the FA Cup. But remember, Man City won both the FA Cup and the Premier League. So the way the rule plays is, instead of Man City playing against themselves, they're going to play against the team that comes second. So the match is going to be between Arsenal and Man City. That's the Community Shield. It preludes the Premier League. That's the first match before the Premier League. So we anticipate and we'll see what is going to happen in that match, considering the number of players these teams have been able to get for themselves. Arsenal have gotten quite a lot of players. We're not going to go into those players now. Also with Man City. But remember, the Community Shield is going to be on the 6th of August. The time is 4 p.m. So I expect you to be glued to your television on that day to watch that football match. Then we're going to go to Wimbledon that just started. It's called the All English Court. Last year, runner-up, that's Nick Kyrgios, has pulled out of the Grand Slam due to a wrist injury. He injured himself, and because of that, he has pulled out of the Wimbledon. Also, we have Franz Caroline Garcia. He defeated the American Katie Voliner 6-4, 6-3 to progress to the second round. The match just started today, so this is the first day of the tournament. So also we have USA Jessica Pegula defeating compatriot Leon Davis 6-2, 6-7, 6-3 in their first round encounter. Also, we have our top seed, that's the WTA top seed, Iga Swiatek. Quest for a maiden title at the All England Club continued after beating Zulin 6-1, 6-3. These are maiden title, medium Wimbledon title, so she's all out for it. While 7th seed Andrew Rublev advanced to the second round after Austin Marcel Purcell 6-3, 7-5, 6-4. Also, we have our Novak Djokovic, who is chasing the 24th Grand Slam. He also advanced to the second round, defeating Pedro Cachin 6-3, 6-3, 7-6. So Novak is trying to break the record. For now, the record is tied between Novak and Venus Williams. They have 23 Grand Slams. So if he wins this, he will be setting his own record far apart from the others. From Wimbledon, we'll be moving to the Premier League. We talked about when the Premier League is going to start. Teams are fortifying themselves. We have Luton Town, who one of the teams that was promoted to the Premier League. They've completed the signing of Danish defender Mats Joel Andersen from Barnsley. They say it's for an undisclosed fee. We look forward to see what Luton Town is going to bring to the Premier League. We have Roy Hodgson. He has been appointed as the manager of Crystal Palace for this just one season. So let's see what is going to happen. Remember, he was able to save them last season from relegation. So they've made it a one-year appointment. We look at Newcastle United. They try to fortify their team as they've qualified for the Champions League. They've signed Italian defender Sandro Tonali from AC Milan on a 5-year deal. While Brighton and Hove, they've announced the signing of goalkeeper Bart Van Bruggen from Anderlecht on a 5-year deal. So you can see the teams, the Premier League teams are trying to fortify themselves as they prepare for the next season. So from the Premier League, we'll be going back to general sports news. We're going to start with tennis. Carlos Alcaraz has reclaimed the world #1 spot from Novak Djokovic in the latest ATP rankings that was just released, while Jannik Sinner moved above Taylor Fritz into 8th position. We have Jessica Pegula leapfrog Caroline Garcia into 4th, while Tunisia Ons Jabeur remains 6th on the WTA ranking, also led by Iga Swiatek. So she maintained her #1 position. Then for football, Israel side Maccabi Tel Aviv have appointed former Island striker Robbie Keane as their new coach to replace Aitor Karanka. So Robbie Keane is now the new coach of Maccabi Tel Aviv that is in Israel. Also, we have the Saudi Pro League outfit Al Attifaq have appointed former Liverpool and England forward captain Steven Gerrard as their head coach. These are some of the news we're bringing to you. Also, Croatia midfielder Marcelo Brozovic has completed a move from Inter Milan to Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr on a 3-year contract. While the ongoing under-23 AFCON that is ongoing, we're now at the semi-final stage, with Egypt taking on Guinea and Morocco taking on Mali. These are the semi-finals, the 4 teams that qualify for the semi-finals. So we're going to get 2 winners that are going to play the finals. This is where we're going to draw the curtains today on Sports with Noble. We're going to bring you updated sports, especially looking at the transfer window, especially across the various leagues. Also, they will concentrate more on the Premier League and also on the Nigerian Football League. We have the news on the Super 8 teams, basically that are qualified for the Super 8, but we're going to bring you in our subsequent news review. From us at Noble TV, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also for you to get such content, remember to press the notification bell button. Thank you.